Alex, the Department of Justice and the FBI says that pedophile Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide and that there is no client list. This is raising a lot of eyebrows. Let's just look back at what Pam Bondi had to say earlier in the year.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Here is Karoline Leavitt clarifying what Pam Bondi meant.
So the FBI looks at the circumstances surrounding the death of Jeffrey Epstein. According to the report, this systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. So what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk?
Well, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said in that interview, which was on your network on Fox News.
Got the quote.
Go ahead.
John Roberts said, DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? And she said, it's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Yes, she was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. That's what the Attorney General was referring to, and I'll let her speak for that. But again, when it comes to the FBI and the Department of Justice, they are more than committed to ensuring that bad people are put behind bars.
Alex, what's happened here? A lot of people are not buying this.
Yeah, nobody's buying it here in America. You have the left wing and the right wing yelling at Pam Bondi for some transparency. And sadly, we're not going to get it because I think that the people that are connected to the Jeffrey Epstein debacle are some high, powerful people that would cause geopolitical conflicts with other countries. And I think that's what it really comes down to, that it's now a matter of national security to keep this list private. And nobody on both sides agrees with that strategy. I mean, we all wanted transparency. Donald Trump campaigned on it. And now Pam Bondi is walking back what she said she was going to do. So I'm just telling you, even the most loyal Donald Trump supporters on social media are asking questions. Why are we not getting these answers when you said that they were going to give us? And we don't want to see victims. It's not that we want to try to expose any victims. We just want to expose the actors and the powerful people that were doing this on an island with children. So there's no excuse. And this is a big missed opportunity from the Trump administration for not giving us the transparency that so many Americans really want on both sides of the aisle.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. Well, Joe Biden is back. The former president claimed during a rare public appearance that he just keeps getting phone calls from office holders and European leaders asking for advice during the Trump era.
We strengthened NATO in a significant way. And I'm getting calls, I'm not going to go into it, I can't, from a number of European leaders asking me to get engaged. I'm not giving advice. These things are different.
Is he telling the truth right now, Alex?
You know what? Honestly, he's probably a little too senile to even make that up. I bet people are calling him because if you really look back, as much grief that we give Joe Biden, he's the only president to technically beat Donald Trump in an election. So in a way, he is kind of Donald Trump's kryptonite in this weird kind of accidental, he's like a guy that just keeps failing, but he fails upwards. But yes, if you really look at it on paper, Joe Biden's the only guy to ever beat Donald Trump in an election. So in that case, I wouldn't be surprised that other foreign countries are asking him for advice. Will it help them at all? No, because he's probably just going to drool on himself and give him some, nonsensical answer. But I'm actually not surprised that people are reaching out to, former President Biden.
There you go. Alex Stein, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour. And our hearts are with you during this difficult time in Texas, sending you all lots of love.
Thank you, Gabriella. Talk to you guys soon.